Howdy ho, friendos. Welcome back to the channel. I got my friend Astha here.
Hello.
And it's actually been a while since we've seen or talked to each other. Usually,
Yes.
Well, usually it is. Because we're in... I forget, which program are you in?
I am in MCBS. That's Media Communications. To people
That's
who
right.
don't know.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're in two completely different programs.
Yeah.
But I think we're in the... I think relatively the same month, but you're like...
Yeah, I am in month 17, 18, 17, one of those.
When's your graduation date?
June the 1st.
You're a month ahead of me.
Do you graduate June 27th?
29th.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a Friday.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Is your family coming?
They should be.
Okay.
Because my parents were making a big deal about it.
But it is a big deal, so.
I mean, I'm doing a master's, so I mean, isn't that a little more important than a stupid bachelor's? Which, by the way, whoever has a bachelor's, I'm not calling your degree stupid. I'm just talking about for my own personal situation. Okay.
But then for now, this is like a graduation. So parents are always stoked about graduation.
I do know that my grandmother from Montana was like, "Oh man, your bachelor's is coming up soon for graduation," and I'm like, "Don't worry, I'm doing a master's," and she's like, "Perfect, already planning a year from now." And I'm like, "Okay, good." Okay. So yeah, this is Kirby in the Amazing Mirror.
Hi, Kirby.
It's a game that originally came out on the Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
I played it a lot as a kid. But sadly, this is an emulator, so it's not like the actual... Well, it is the actual game, but it's just on a computer.
Okay.
But, oh, I forgot how I had the buttons. Oh, there is multiplayer in here.
There is a multiplayer.
There is.
You should start with single player because I'm gonna see how the game goes.
Yeah, we will test waters for you.
Okay.
Because what you were telling me is you're not really... Oh, well. You were telling me that you're not really huge into... Games.
Mm-hmm.
Which... I can understand that. It's not for everyone.
I mean, here's the thing. I was not introduced to games when I was young. I mean, what I played was Mario. At some point in my life, I might have played The Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
Dave.
Dave?
That's the name I remember. Yeah, it has like 10 levels for which like I never got past level 4 or 5. And what else? That should be it. Except for the mobile games.
Well, when it comes to Mario, I definitely have those games. When it comes to Mario, I have... Obviously Mario 64, because how could I not have that? I got the new Mario game, Super Mario Odyssey, which is fantastic, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely have Mario Party games, which are fun.
Party games.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what other Marios...
That's a lot more Marios than I even know of. You know, I just know Mario.
Ooh, it's Meta Knight. So, Meta Knight is kind of a anti-hero.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a villain. He helps out Kirby from time to time. It's actually really funny because King Dedede, who is a villain, is also technically counted as an anti-hero because of how he helps Kirby out. Yeah. So basically what happened was Meta Knight's mirror self trapped him within the mirror world. So now we gotta go into the mirror world, find the pieces for that mirror right there.
The blue one?
Yeah, and then all that good stuff. But tell me, how's life been going for you?
Hey.
I feel the same exact way.
I am very, very ready to be done with school at this point, but I'm not ready either. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be doing masters, right? I'm staying for masters.
Yeah.
So, I'm not getting done with school anytime soon right now.
For me, it's kind of the fact of I'm just done with the program that I'm in, and part of it is because of the teachers, but most of it is because of my
Beeps. Classmates.
Classmates, which I know that they will be watching this, so.
Oh.
But I don't care anyway because I'm pretty sure I frustrate them too. So, you know, it's just like a family. It's just exactly like a family. And plus, we're so freaking close too. We're just 3 months away. And we start production on final project for next month too.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just very excited about the Masters and whatnot, that I just really want to do it right now.
That is super.
But also, I'm gonna say this too, I hate one of the classes that I'm in right now because it's actually stressing me out. Not because it's a hard class, but it's because of what the class is.
What class is that?
It's pop culture. So, I got no problem with a class about pop culture. I think that's freaking awesome. My issue is the teacher's not actually teaching pop culture. So the people who obviously do not like me in that class think that I don't like the class because it's discussion based, but that's nowhere near true. If anything, I'm glad that it's a discussion based class because
you love discussion.
Well, but pop culture is an easy topic to have a discussion for. But instead, she has some sort of political PC biased agenda, and is bringing up stuff like gun control and a bunch of other stuff, which I got no problem with discussing that stuff, but people just, at least most people, don't know how to, give substance, meaning like backing up their opinion in some way so that I can understand of how they're thinking and feeling. So technically no opinion is wrong.
Yeah, everybody's entitled to their own opinions.
Yeah, exactly. But just have something for the conversation so that it goes forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, one can't just go like, oh, there should be this certain sort of control, but not back their opinion, like, not reason it.
Yeah. But most people just don't understand that, and that's definitely this class. And it's frustrating. Wow, is he literally gonna give me no chance to there? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so it's very frustrating, and the only reason why these discussions happen is because of the teacher herself. She's the one who causes these political conversations, which starts not by her going, "Oh, how do you guys think of this?" It starts with her opinion off the bat.
Interesting.
And if you have opinion that's not hers, she shuts you down immediately. And
well, that's not a very...
And whoever does have the same opinion as her, she just lets them keep talking for the longest time possible. And it's very frustrating. And I know that this has got to sound crazy because it is nuts, but I feel like I'm being targeted in the class, and this is why. There's one conversation that we had on Tuesday, which I don't really want to talk about here on the thing because it's a very sketchy topic within itself.
Okay.
But the conversation that we had in class yesterday was about International Women's Day. Well, not yesterday, 2 days ago now.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because that's great. That's really fucking cool. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. I forgot to tell you. There's no cursing technically, but I do that stuff by accident from time to time, so it's whatever. Either way, and it was about International Women's Day, which is awesome. But she was spouting out all this stuff immediately and whatnot, which was causing a stir in the class. Blah blah blah. Basically, to sum it up, she kind of complains of how that this class is so quote argumentative unquote. But the reason why it is because she makes it that way. And it's because of how she talks and all this other stuff. So at some point, I just spoke up. I was like, in all honesty, I think the reason why you think that this class is so argumentative, quote unquote, is because of how you're communicating with us. And that's all I said. And you can tell by her face that she got really upset, but I'm just gonna be straight up and truthful with you. I'm not gonna freaking
suck up to her.
Yeah. And later on, near towards the end of that conversation, she decides to do this self-deprecation thing to make her little quote followers unquote in the class feel bad for her, and she was basically saying, I got a master's in communications and it looks like that I'm not doing that well at all, and she physically points at me.
Ooh.
Actually physically points at me, and I'm like, if that hurt your feelings, I don't know what to tell you. And she's like, oh, it didn't hurt my feelings. And I'm like, then why are you pointing me out? Why are you singling me out? And I said it that calmly. I wasn't upset about it. I just said it that calmly. And then immediately her and her little followers, which take up most of the class, went in an uproar and were yelling at me, it's not about you. It's not about you.
Well, but then she was pointing at you.
And then I'm just sitting going like, she was physically pointing at me. And so people in my film class were just all looking around and just going, this is freaking nuts. And they actually felt bad for me. And I'm just like... So that was my level of, okay, I'm done. Today's my last class. I'm not showing for the remaining 3 because going to class is optional. So I'm not coming to the rest of the classes. I've already been to HR about it. My mom's writing a letter to Full Sail. Like
that's serious.
Yeah, like it's nuts. And I know this is gonna sound whatever as well, but I've never felt so uncomfortable in a environment of education before. Like, this is actually really upsetting me because one, she's just not a good teacher. 2, the class is not about what it's supposed to be about. And 3, like, I'm actually being somewhat targeted with these conversations. Especially to the point where that, look, everyone was, not everyone, but
majority of the class.
But majority of the class
I mean,
like it really blows my mind because I've never had a class like this before. I've never had people act towards this way to me before, except for one person in my life, which I'm not gonna get into that. But
that's very very strange. I mean,
yeah,
as a teacher, she's not supposed to like have. I mean, she's gonna have an opinion, obviously, but then she cannot like bias. Like you cannot like bias among others' opinions.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that sounds kind of obnoxious to me.
Yeah. And like that's the thing. Like, again, I don't care that we're doing all these topics about political related stuff. Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, there is politics that has shaped and formed, what pop culture is, at least some of it. Mm-hmm. But it's just the only thing that we talk about, and it's not a politics class, it's a pop culture class. We're learning about pop culture.
Yeah.
And I already technically know what we're supposed to be learning because I've taken a pop culture class already. I took one at the Art Institute when I went there. And trust me, what she is teaching is not what is within the class description, which is funny because if you go into the class description for pop culture on Full Sail, I would say that she's doing like a 12th of what pop culture actually is, which is the political stuff. And plus, from what I've heard, because I did go to teachers about this too, and they're technically the ones who told me to go to HR. Oh, can I not go down? Oh, there we go. They're technically the ones who told me to go to HR. Well, actually, first it was advising, and then that's when they told me to go to HR when it actually got worse. A little later on that day. But they hear the same complaints about this teacher every month, and it's been the same way ever since that she's become the teacher for that class too. And apparently it's actually gotten so bad where that one particular topic, which is a very sensitive topic, 1 month she it got so bad to where there was actually a fist fight within the class apparently.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
that is bad.
Yeah.
That is just plain bad.
But of course she didn't mention that to my class because she wanted to make my class seem and feel like as if we had the problem. Oops.
I mean, obviously she's not gonna, well, say, hey, people have been complaining about me, how do you feel about me?
Yeah.
You know?
But it's just nuts. It's absolutely crazy.
Well, that's weird that, I mean, they haven't done anything to either like talk to her or change her behavior or replace her even, because a lot of complaints, like one complaint might not be enough, but then a lot of complaints is, you know, say something.
Yeah, like that's the thing. A lot of people complain about this class, but I don't think that they do it in a way where that it's actually supposed to fix anything.
Yeah.
What's down here? Oh, this is the place to leave, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so Kirby is a pink ball.
Yes.
Very cute. Can fly.
He can also steal abilities from enemies that he consumes as well.
So the rhino thing he just finished off, he got the abilities from it? Or can he get it from this dude?
There are enemies that he cannot get it from.
Okay.
But then of course there are ones that he can.
Okay.
The ones that he can are shown from the enemy itself.
Uh-huh.
What I mean by that is, you know how... Okay, so the one that's down there that's making all that noise, that's one that I can steal their ability for. That's not what I meant to do. Ooh, there's a door. Let's go this way.
Oh. Just straight up ate it.
Yep. And then this one gives me a burning ability. Ow, that hurt. Let me take this. But yeah, so this is practically Kirby. It's simple, I feel.
Well, yeah. Do you? I mean, you're playing with no difficulty.
That's because I've played a lot of Kirby.
Yeah, and haven't died. I think even once.
Yeah. Usually Kirby games that I grew up with, I can generally be good at. So because since this is one of them, I like to think that I am good at, damn it, playing at this one. Because I had my friend Xavier over to play Kirby's Adventure, and that's not necessarily one that I played the most, but it is definitely one of them that I did play the most for. Because, so interesting fact about Kirby's Adventure, the Kirby game that I actually played the most was Kirby: A Nightmare in Dreamland, which was technically a high-definition port of Kirby's Adventure on the Game Boy. So they're both generally the same game, just under a different name and system.
Okay.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. So, ow. I'm almost gonna die.
I mean, Kirby like straight up ate the big dude with the hammer.
Yeah. And his copy ability was hammer, and that's what gave me the hammer.
Hammer.
Yeah.
Wow. This is a tiny, cute pink dude who can eat gigantic dudes.
Oh, heck yeah.
Interesting.
What's really cool, too, is, I don't know if you saw it on Facebook when I posted it back in December. No, I don't want to leave just yet. But the game director of Kirby, Shinya Umezaki, he liked a few of my pictures on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I don't remember who, but then I know that somebody liked your photo and you were super happy about it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the game director of Kirby.
Ooh.
Has been since the mid-2000s. Yeah, and I posted up a thing on Instagram showing that I am doing this whole week long of Kirby related stuff. And he actually liked the photo. Is he actually gonna watch? I doubt it.
Oh, I hope he does.
But he did like it, the picture itself, which gave me a lot more life because he's still liking things that that I'm putting up. It seems like.
Ooh. That is super exciting.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I don't want to die because if I get hit one more time, I'm screwed.
Oh gee, does it like, where does it start from if you die?
I don't know and don't remember, and I don't want to test that out. Damn it.
I'm sorry. Did I distract you?
Oh, no,
Okay.
you didn't. Oh, okay, good.
It's
I'm
right
right here.
there.
Okay. Well, I think this is a good spot to end this episode.
Oh, okay.
Because usually these episodes range from 15 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Just determines on the game. But, so, how does your first episode feel, though?
Oh, it feels cool. I liked watching you play. And then talking about life. Thank you for having me.
See us in the next episode, where I go nuts because pop culture is killing me.